Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk Palena.
The podcast that helps you learn English in a fun and easy way.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Paul. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Yes, and if you enjoy our show, please remember to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. It really helps our channel grow.
It really does. So, Lena, what are we talking about today? It sounds like an interesting topic.
It is. Today we are talking about flirting.
Ooh, flirting. That can be a tricky topic, especially when you're learning a new language.
Exactly. We want to talk about friendly and respectful ways to show you are interested in someone. We will keep it simple and fun, not like a boring lesson.
Great, I'm ready. Let's get started.
So, Paul, first question. What does flirting mean to you?
Good question. For me, it's a playful conversation. You are showing someone that you think they are special, maybe attractive. It's light.
That's a great way to put it. It is playful. It's not a serious conversation. It's all about showing interest in a friendly way.
Right? Showing interest. And it's not about being rude or making someone feel uncomfortable. That's a really important distinction, Lena. I think a lot of learners might worry about this. How can you know if someone is just being polite or if they are actually flirting? That's a really important distinction, Lena. I think a lot of learners might worry about this. How can you know if someone is just being polite or if they are actually flirting?
That's a really important distinction, Lena. I think a lot of learners might worry about this. How can you know if someone is just being polite or if they are actually flirting? That is the most important rule. Respect is number one. Flirting should make both people feel good and happy.
Exactly, happy and comfortable.
So, let's talk about how to start. This can be the hardest part for many people. How do you start a conversation with someone you are interested in?
Yeah, it can be scary. I think the easiest way is to talk about the situation you are in.
What do you mean? Like, where you are?
Exactly. If you're at a coffee shop, you can say, "Wow, this coffee is amazing." Or if you're at a concert, "I love this band, don't you?"
Oh, that's a great idea. It's a very natural way to start. It's not too direct.
Right. You are just sharing an observation, a comment about what's happening around you. It opens the door for a conversation without any pressure.
I like that. You could also ask a simple question. For example, if you are at a park and you see someone with a cute dog, you could say, "Your dog is so cute. What's its name?"
People love talking about their pets. That's a perfect one.
It's all about finding something you have in common, even if it's just for a moment. And for our listeners, what's a good way to start a conversation where you live? Tell us in the comments.
Those are great examples for places like parks or cafes. But what about other situations? For example, at a party, it can be loud and a bit chaotic.
What about in a social setting, like at a party? It can be loud and a bit chaotic.
That's a great idea. So after you start talking, what's next? Maybe a compliment?
Yes, compliments are a big part of flirting. A compliment is when you say something nice about someone.
Right? But what kind of compliments are good for flirting?
That's a very good question. It's best to be specific and sincere. Sincere means you really mean it. It comes from your heart.
Okay, so not just "you are beautiful."
You can say that, but it can be very direct, very strong. Sometimes it's better to compliment something specific. For example, you could say, "I really like your smile."
"I really like your smile." That's nice. It's friendly and warm.
Exactly. Or you could compliment their style. "That's a great jacket." Or their laugh. "You have a wonderful laugh."
So it's about noticing the small, nice things about a person.
Yes, it shows you are paying attention. You can also compliment someone's personality. If they say something interesting, you can say, "You seem really interesting."
Oh, I like that one. "You seem really interesting." It's about more than just their looks.
That's right. And to our listeners, here's a question for you. How do you compliment someone in English? You can practice by writing one in the comments below.
Okay, Lena, it's not just about the words, is it? The way you say things is also very important.
You are so right, Paul. Your body language and your tone of voice are super important. They say more than your words sometimes.
Okay, so what should we do? Give us some tips.
First, smile. A real friendly smile makes you look open and approachable. It's a universal sign of kindness.
A smile. I can do that. What else?
Making eye contact is also important. It shows you are listening and you are interested, but don't stare. That can be uncomfortable. Just look at them for a few seconds, then look away, then look back.
Right, a friendly glance, not a scary stare. Got it.
And your tone of voice should be light and positive. You don't need to whisper or talk in a strange way. Just be yourself, but a warm, friendly version of yourself.
So, be relaxed and happy. That makes sense. It helps the other person feel relaxed and happy too.
That's a great point. So, we've talked about how to show you're interested, but how can you tell if someone is flirting back? What are the signs to look for? That's a great point. So, we've talked about how to show you're interested, but how can you tell if someone is flirting back? What are the signs to look for? Definitely. Now, something to remember is that flirting can be different in different cultures.
That's so true. In some countries, people are very direct. In others, they are more subtle, more quiet.
Exactly. For example, in the US, it can be common to start conversations with strangers, but in other places, that might be seen as strange.
Right. So it's good to be aware of the local culture.
Yes, but being friendly and respectful is usually safe everywhere.
Do you have any funny or awkward flirting stories, Lena?
Oh, of course. One time I wanted to compliment a guy's shirt. It had a really cool design, but I was so nervous. And I said, "Your shirt is on you."
Your shirt is on you?
Yes. He just looked at me, confused, and said, "Yes, it is." It was so awkward. I wanted to disappear.
That's hilarious. It shows that even native speakers can get nervous and make mistakes.
It's true. So for our learners, don't worry about being perfect. Just be brave and try. A small mistake can be a funny story later.
Totally. It makes you more human and relatable.
Okay, so let's imagine the conversation is going well. You like this person and you want to see them again. What do?
This is the big moment. You have to ask them out.
Right. And we can do this in a very simple, low-pressure way. Low pressure means it is not a big, scary question.
Right. No wedding plans yet.
You can say something like, "Well, I have to go now, but I've really enjoyed talking to you. Do you want to grab coffee sometime?"
Do you want to grab coffee sometime? That's a classic. It's casual and easy.
Yes. To grab coffee is a very common phrase for a casual date. Or you could say, "Would you be interested in getting a drink later this week?"
And if they say yes, you can ask for their phone number to plan it.
Exactly. And what if they say no?
That's okay. It's important to be polite. You can just say, "Okay, no problem. It was really nice talking to you," and smile.
That is perfect. Rejection is a normal part of life, and it's important to be graceful and respectful. No pressure.
And then you can walk away feeling proud that you tried.
Wow, this has been a great conversation, Paul. We've covered a lot of information.
We have, from starting a conversation to asking someone out.
So let's do a quick review of some of the useful phrases we talked about today.
Good idea.
To start a conversation, you can talk about your surroundings. This is a great song, isn't it?
To give a compliment, you can say something specific and sincere, like, "I really like your smile."
Or you can compliment their personality by saying, "You seem really interesting."
And to ask someone to meet again, you can use the classic phrase, "Do you want to grab coffee sometime?"
These are all friendly, respectful phrases you can use. The most important thing is to be yourself. Be kind and have fun with it.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. As we learned, we all do.
That's right. So we have a challenge for our listeners. This week, try to give one friendly compliment to someone in English. It could be a friend, a family member, or a colleague. Just practice saying something nice.
That's a great challenge. You know, Lena, we've talked a lot about in-person flirting. But what about online? So many people use dating apps and social media now. Flirting through text can be a whole different world.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Talk Palena.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We love having you in our community.
We'll be back next week with a new topic. Until then, keep practicing.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.